Hey, what's up? Future me and digital me. Oh man. Just gonna pause. Uh, well, I was thinking about uh well, I can't think of other names for it other than polyamory. So I watched a video about it and non-monogamous relationships. It was interesting. I shared it in my posts. Um, and I don't know, I like the idea. I just like the idea because I like Dr. Phlox from Enterprise. The what are they called? I forget their species. I forget the name of their species. For some reason, I want to call him a Talaxian, even though that's not what they are. Neelix is a Talaxian, but whatever. Yeah, his species has, you know, he has multiple wives, and each of his wives has multiple husbands, and their family networks are very convoluted. I wonder if someday humanity will end up with that kind of um, system where most people are non-monogamous, and most people end up having 4 or 5 spouses and have children with each of their spouses. I don't think it would be uncommon, especially if each person starts living more than 150 years. I mean, people are already living 50, 60 years. Um, Imagine if when medicine manages to conquer that pesky problem of women having, you know, the whole not being able to have children past 40, basically. And people living very healthy lives into their 150, 200 years. You know, you remember how good it felt to be like 20, 22, 25. Remember, if you could feel that way for 150 years, if you could be that for 150 years and be that reproductively for 150 years, I mean, you wouldn't need to start having kids until your 40s or 50s, and you could have kids with 3 different people. you probably would want to. Not only because it would increase the gene pool drastically, but because, I mean, different people they offer different things to you. You know, it's just, you travel. By that time, we're going to be able to travel across the planet um, easily. Definitely across continents, you know, very quickly. I mean, look at the networks that are being built in China right now, where the trains are already going 250, 300 miles per hour. In another 50 years, the trains are going to be traveling faster than, you know, because they're building vac trains, or what are they called? Eh, I don't know. I call them vac trains because trains, they're magnetic levitation trains that are sealed in a vacuum, vac trains. Uh, so they can go, 1,000 miles per hour, so all over the continent of Eurasia. So yeah, 1,000 miles an hour. I think what is the continent? What is Beijing to Berlin? That's what, a 6 hour trip, 7 hour, 8 hours. And then if Elon Musk gets his thing done, you can get from New York to Beijing in what, an hour, something like that, 30 minutes. So yeah, getting across the world is going to be snappy in 50 to 100 years. And then if we live very healthy for 150, 200 years, people are going to be able to have much different kinds of families. Um, Probably going to want to have, like me, for instance, one kid with a Chinese person, one kid with a Mexican person, one kid with a black person. Why? Because, mix it up. Well, and one kid with a white person, because, want to keep it in the whitey family. But, want to get some gene shuffling in there. Just because, it's good. We're making better people. And hopefully, we can find some interesting people that are whatever. But I don't know. Of course, odds have been so far that, you know, uh, and we got some good fascism boiling right now on the cooker. So who knows what can happen. But I'm just saying there's a lot of possibilities. And I don't know. I just had the name of the species on the tongue there. Dr. Flocks of the Taldovans. Uh, Shit, I can't remember the name. I could look it up, but it's funner if you let your memory do the walking. rely too much on Google, and what do you have? A brain that's mush. And my brain is mushy enough as it is. I have to give my brain as much exercise as I can give it. So that's something interesting for you to think about. And the thing I shared in my post goes into it very much in detail. You know, if you want to have that kind of relationship, you're gonna have to wrestle with yourself and do a lot of you know um, introspection. Ugh. So that's always helpful to sit back and think about yourself and about the world, and that stuff. Because too many people, especially nowadays, don't just sit down and shut up. So there you go. Um, put the screen down. Maybe stare outside at, well, if you're not in the city, stare outside at the trees and the vista. And if you are in the city and all your vista is taken up by buildings, then turn your screen to a nice, beautiful vista of trees and stuff and stare at that and let your mind wander, not water, wander, and do some thinking. And I don't mean thinking, I mean thinking. And as always, tax the rich and have a beautiful boobs day. Cheers.